So I'm working on my Camry 2011 SE with a 2AR FE engine. There was valve cover leakage on the back side, and there are many videos which show how to replace the seal, but none of them shows how to access and get this away from the valve cover so that you can have clear access. I'll show you that what I have done so far. As you can see, I have removed the airbox, and these are all those connectors that I had to remove. One was here connected to this side, and two earthing wires, 1, 2 there, and another connector which I think is probably the thermostat sensor, water temperature sensor. And this is what everything looks like from behind. As you can see oil traces, and there is a lot of oil on the back side towards the firewall. So I'm going to thoroughly clean it also and put a new seal, the gaskets, etc. everything. I'll show you that in the end, but this is the part which no one else shows on any YouTube video, so I wanted to show you all of this also. You can use any small screwdriver like this one or any pick also, and just remove the old seal like this. Like this. These are coming out easily because I had changed them not long ago. Otherwise they are usually hard and it's a little difficult to get them out. So I'll clean it, make sure the surfaces are 100% clean, and this is how it looks when it is clean. This one. And now I'll put in the new ones. So these are the new ones which came with the kit, the aftermarket kit, not the original one. There goes this one. And this one, very easy to place. And this is the final one. There it goes. All these seals replaced. These ones, I'll replace these also. This is how these look. I think they have the same direction. I'll just make sure. Look at the old one. So it looks like the slightly raised side is going to be the lower side, so I'll go like this. Yeah, this is done. That's number 2. The next step in the gasket replacement is this part you have to clean with glass wool or anything. This is the residue of the previous glue which was used, because you have to apply a small amount of glue here and here on this side, because there is this seam which is not sealed properly just by the valve cover gasket. So I'll clean this side and that side. Let's first remove the residue, which can be done with hand alone, like this. And then I'll use some glass wool to make sure it is 100% clean before applying the epoxy on it. In the meanwhile, I'll first clean all of this all around, making sure it is 100% clean. Otherwise, the gasket will not seal properly and it may cause some leak. So this is done. Let me get some glass wool to clean this. So this is the glass wool that I'm going to use to clean only this part. So there is no residue. Once the cleaning is done, yeah, it's clean. If it's come off, I have to put it back. Done. And that side also. So I'll show you the close-up. This is how it looks after cleaning. Smooth, and similarly that one also smooth. So the cleaning is done. Next step will be to see by placing the valve cover if everything is fine. So I have the new gasket, this one, and I'm going to slide the cover in, making sure that it is a nice and perfect fit. That the fit is fine, and just push these tubes back in. So this is the sealant, the gasket maker, a dab of which you will put here on this seam and a dab on the other seam. And the reason is, as I told you, there is a seam and it will not form perfect seal unless we use something like this. This is all Toyota recommended procedure, by the way, which I am doing. So I lift it slightly a little bit and then apply a small amount. And maybe this, yes, this will help. Like this, like so, yeah. Just a tiny amount like this. I'll show you what I am doing in a bit. This is the amount of sealant which you need, because basically it is going to be squished. So I have to do this. This is done from this side and from the properly seated. Yeah, that's done. So install these longer bolts back first, beginning with the middle. Then this one. And this one. Make sure you just hand tighten. And then all of these bolts all around, just hand tighten. Then I'll show you the proper sequence of tightening. So after finger inserting all the bolts, I'm going to now slightly snug tighten, not with the torque, but just slightly. So the sequence is crisscross. We'll do this. All of these have been now kind of finger tightened. I'll do a little bit more tightening before I bring in the torque wrench and do everything at 9 foot-pound. Now I'll get the torque wrench. So here is the torque wrench. I have adjusted it at 4 foot-pound, not going straight to 9, so that I tighten it gently and everything in symmetry. So the first round with 4 foot-pound has been done. Now I'm going to do the second round with the specified torque, which is 9. This is that part of the video where one of the bolts got snapped and I did not realize it, as the torque wrench was not clicking, and I was confused why isn't it clicking. Later on I realized the bolt has snapped. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to do something about it. If I do, I'll make a video and share. So installing the spark plug coils. And tighten the bolts. So after finger installing them, tighten them lightly. And then gently tighten them because it's plastic, you don't want it to break. This should be enough. Enough. And then putting all the wires. This one goes here, this here, this here. This one goes here, this one goes here, this goes here, this goes here. I'm going to install this back. This is done. Installing this one, this. The wires and connectors removed from here. These are the two. Earth here, 1 and 1. This one goes there. This black one goes in here. I'll show you after it's done. So this connector was housed in here. To remove this, you have to press it from both sides with a plier and just push it in. There it is. And this one goes in here like this. So all of this side is done. Now comes the airbox. So the installation of the airbox is very simple. There are 3 bolts which you just need to line up here like this. And as always, just finger insert the bolts before tightening them. Finger insert it and not just done. And just gently tighten these. Airbox is done. Put in the air filter. So this is the new air filter. It goes in like this. Whenever I put in a new air filter, I always write with a marker here the date and mileage, so that next time when I open it, I know. And this is it. This is also installed. It's installed properly. Just tighten these bolts. done. Install this grip. So all of the work is done. I'll just double check everything before starting the car. And the last step would be connecting the negative terminal of the battery. So I'll start the engine now and let's see if there's any oil leak. So I'll let it run for a couple of minutes, maybe 5-10 minutes, and then I'll try to see if there is any leak. I have yet to install this inlet box. In the meanwhile, I'll do that. So the job has been completed. Everything looks good. And I'll just test drive it for 1 or 2 days to confirm there is no leakage. Thanks for watching.